What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 MLB plays for today on PrizePicks. Today is September 18th, 2023. The first game starts at 2 p.m. After that, it doesn't start until around 6:40 p.m. Eastern. So it's 6 in the morning right now. Plenty of time to get all of these plays in. Thank you guys for all the support lately. If you're interested or if you're going to tell any of these picks today, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. If you have any questions about any of your picks, feel free to leave a comment down below as well. And before we get started, really quickly, shout out to my Patreon. We've been killing it in there. It's only $20 a month. You get my complete plays on all websites. You get sportsbook bets. You get live streams, watch parties, VIP only, giveaways. Just a ton of content just for $20 a month. You get a ton of stuff. Highly recommend it. Anyone that's in the VIP right now will recommend it. We have 11 months profitable and 1 month that we went negative. So we've been absolutely killing it. I'm happy to say that we've been in the Patreon for a year after this month. So been great. Let's keep killing it. And the Discord is completely free as well. There is a free section if you'd like to join that part of the Discord. But let's get into the actual picks themselves here. Some of these are going to be a little bit better on Sleeper compared to PrizePicks. If you don't know, Sleeper is kind of like a sportsbook version of PrizePicks. So it gives you the same props pretty much, but it gives you multipliers, different multipliers based on the odds of that prop hitting. So sometimes the PrizePicks props are going to be better odds, sometimes Sleeper is. Just really depends. I'll let you know if they are better on Sleeper. If you're interested, you can sign up to PrizePicks, Underdog, or Sleeper using code TTL for that 100% deposit match. But let's head on over to our partners, Outlier.bet, where we can see all the strikeout props of the day and the odds of them hitting. And let's just go over our list. First on the list, I have Joe Ryan over 6 strikeouts versus the Reds. Joe Ryan, he's been doing decent this season, not terrific. I do like him as a pitcher though. I do love his pitching outs. If it comes up here at 17.5, I do like that a lot. But let's take a look at the Reds. We can see Cincinnati is 25th of 30th in the league for most amount of strikeouts in the league. They're averaging 9.2 strikeouts per game this season, with 8 strikeouts on average over their last 3 games. And this is including an outlier of 3 last game. So they've been striking out a ton all season. They've still been striking out a ton recently. And when we take a look at the odds, we can take a look at over 6.5 is plus money, but all we need is 6 to push. So as long as it would actually be over 5.5, which would be like minus 200 odds. So let's take a look at 2023. He has pushed or went over in 18 of 26 games. So he's actually cashed this prop 62% of the time. He's pushed or went over in 18, so 2 extra games added on to that. I love this play today. I'm locking that one in. This is 6.5 on Sleeper and on most sports books. That's why the line that Outlier gives is 6.5. So definitely love getting this at the 6th line rather than the 6.5. That extra push potential just adds a ton of value to this prop. Lock it in. Next, I actually like Jose Buto over 4 strikeouts. This is 4.5 on Sleeper and 4.5 on most sports books as well. It is versus the Marlins, which is a little unfortunate. Miami is 6th in the league for least amount of strikeouts, averaging just under 8 strikeouts per game on the season. But when we take a look at Jose, we can take a look at over 3.5. The odds to go over 3.5 is minus 215. So minus 215 odds to at least push this line. He's only played 4 games this season. 2 of them were in April. Excuse me. And 2 of them were recently. In April, he got 2 strikeouts versus the Athletics, 1 strikeout versus the Nationals. And then recently when he came back and he started playing again, he's been killing it. He got 6 versus the Nationals and then 7 versus the Diamondbacks. I think that he could get another 5, 6 strikeouts versus Miami today. And I like that push potential to at least get 4. Loving this play today. Again, locking this in with confidence. Both of these plays are power plays. You can mix and match them however you would like. This next one is also a power play. It's Mike Clevinger over 4.5 strikeouts versus the Nationals. Versus the Nationals is the only part of that sentence that actually like scares me just a little bit. So the Nationals are second in the league for least amount of strikeouts, averaging just over 7 strikeouts per game. But I will say over their last 3, they've struck out 9 times per game. Well, 9 times in 2, and then 10 strikeouts in the other. We'll go back to Outlier. We'll take a look here. Over 4.5 strikeouts is actually minus 150 odds on FanDuel, or now minus 130, minus 137 on other sports books. In 2023, he's went over this in 57% of his games. So 12 of 21 starts, he's went over. Excuse me again. In his last 10, he's went over in 6 of 10. In his last 5, he's went over in 3 of 5. Really just depends on how he's feeling today, honestly. Again, I consider this a power play. Feel free to just put this in your flex plays if you're a little bit iffy on it after we look at the stats. But I like it. It really depends on how he's feeling today. I think that he has it. And I'm going to lock it in on some 2 picks as well as flex plays. Next on the list, I have Adon under 4 strikeouts. So, actually, I'm not going to play this one on PrizePicks, actually. So this is 4.5 on Sleeper. I was looking at the wrong list. So this is 4.5 on Sleeper. So I'll go ahead and give you that free play on Sleeper as well. 4.5, I take this under all day. I don't really love the push potential at 4, so I'm not going to take it at 4 on here. I think there's better value to be found on here. So my next play is actually going to be, he may have gotten taken off. My last play actually got taken off. We'll look at Adon at 4. I mean, I do have the under 4.5 on Sleeper, and that just adds push potential. This shows why you need to be in the VIP, though. The line that I had JP Sears under 5.5 strikeouts. If it comes back up, feel free to take it. I'll go ahead and go over that versus the Mariners, who are 29th in the league, 10 strikeouts per game. That's the part that scares me about this. Under 5.5 strikeouts is minus 130 odds. He stayed under in 62% of his games this season. I feel like the Mariners are just going to hit him hard and fast, and I feel like he's not going to be able to go over that 6 strikeout line. So that's my reasoning for JP Sears. Let's go ahead and take a look at Adon. Under 4.5 strikeouts is minus 170 odds. He stayed under this in 5 of his 7 starts this season, and he is versus the White Sox, who are top half of the league, least amount of strikeouts, or actually barely bottom half, around the middle, 19th, averaging just over 8 strikeouts per game. For Adon to get over 4.5, for him to get 5 strikeouts, that's hard for me to imagine. He could get 4 and push this line, but I do think at max he pushes. So, I mean, you can take this on here. I personally would wait for Sears to come back up and just take the under 5.5. But if you would like to just go ahead and lock in Adon, or if you just want to lock it in on Sleeper at 4.5 under, feel free to do that as well. And then my last play of the day is Justin Verlander over 6. I have this at over 5.5 on Sleeper as well. I do prefer the over 5.5 and highly recommend taking that. But at 6, I do like this as well. We'll take a look. Verlander over 5.5. Excuse me, I must be tired at 6 in the morning. It's around minus 160, minus 150 odds at 5.5. 2023, it's 50-50 chance. 12, 24, he's went over. He is versus the Orioles today, who are 11th in the league, averaging over 8 strikeouts per game. Over their last 3, They're averaging over 11 strikeouts per game, and then in their last game, they had 12 Ks. That's the reason I really like this, because recently he's been killing it. Last 10 at 6 of 10, last 20, 55, last 5, 4 of 5 over this line. And Baltimore have been striking out a lot. So I do like seeing that. We can also take a look at them versus Justin Verlander. They tend to strike out a lot more often versus Verlander compared to other pitchers. So definitely loving this line at 6. Love it even more at 5.5 though. Locking that in. And these are my top 5 picks of the day, guys. Again, if you're wanting to join the Patreon, I do post every single play and every single slip that I play on Patreon. Feel free to hit it up, guys. The link is going to be in the description and in the comment down below. Same with my Discord, which is free. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Currently, we are like 8,200. So let's hit that 10,000 sub goal. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'll see you next video.